Hello and good morning to those of you who are also in the Eastern time system. Whatever words make sense there. Hello. So today we're gonna have a little bit of an interesting streaming schedule. We're gonna be doing a nice short stream this morning to go ahead and tie up the last little bits and pieces for the Disney Dreamlight Valley. Then I'm going to take a little lunch break, decompress a little bit, and prepare for... Oh, I keep yanking this. Sorry. And then prepare for a lot of chaos with our 100 Baby Challenge that we started yesterday. I'm going to be waiting until the Growing Together expansion pack goes live. And then I will download that, and then we'll hop back on stream. I think it's going to be going live maybe around 1-ish, maybe a little later than that. So we'll be hopping back into that with possibly even more chaos added with that, with our triplets. So... but yeah, so shorter stream this morning, and then assuming that the expansion pack gets released on time, we'll be going into the new expansion pack for The Sims 4 and continuing our 100 Baby Challenge. So, with that being said, let's hop into the game. And, alright, cool. Looks like the sizing and everything is okay. I've been having some weird issues where also lovely look we have going here. I'm absolutely gonna keep the hat on. So yeah, I've been having some issues with OBS resizing my my game screen. So that doesn't seem to be an issue right now, which is good. All right, so we left off. We had to wait for Mirabel's friendship quest to move on. One of the timers was half a day, and the other one was a full day. So now that those timers are up, we'll go ahead and bring the meals to Anna, who is in the Forest of Valor. She was over this way? Is that right? Oh, she's in her house. Cool. All right. So let's go say hello to Miss Anna. Anna? Where'd you go? Anna? Did you leave? So confused. Where'd she go? There she is. Okay, she did leave. Cool. All right, let's give all of these to her.
Hi.
Wow, Shannon, this food looks delicious. Moana brought me the new tablecloth, and Kristoff, Elsa, and I finished the table and chairs. Now I need to put everything together. Ta-da! It's ready! That was fast. Here you go. Now, if you can invite Mirabel, we can get this Festival of Friendship started. Alright. So let's go find Mirabel. Here she is. Alright. Oh, also, quick shout out and thank you to Jade William for following me since last stream. I really appreciate it, and welcome in. All right, let's go ahead and give these to Mirabel. Oh, hey, Shannon. I'm still a little sad about the Madrigal table, not just because it's broken, but because of what it represented. Things just don't feel the same around here. Then you'll be happy to learn that the Madrigal table is good as new. What? Thanks to the efforts of Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, and Moana, we're ready to have A real festival of friendship, just like before the forgetting. Really? This is amazing. And something tells me you had a lot to do with it. Yeah, let's do the second one. Well, thank you. I'll place the Festival of Friendship table near Mini Casita, and maybe I'll change my outfit to fit this special occasion. This is the best surprise ever. Adios. All right. So let's go up to Mini Casita. We have a little bit of space around it, not a ton, but I think, oh, just button mash real quick. All right, there we go. Thinking maybe if we move Kristoff's stand, that would actually be a really good place. Oh, not the tree. Let's cancel that. There we go. Kristoff's stand. Sorry, buddy. We keep just like shifting you around. Can I'm gonna put this up in this area actually. I think originally, I forget if it said that it had to be placed in the plaza or if I was just like, oh, it's like a little shop, so it makes sense to go near the shops, but. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, that's a good space for it. I think we'll put the head of the table kind of toward Casita. All right, cool. Oh no, we're gonna be in a hat for the picture. All right, beautiful. Smile and say cheese, ladies. We look so beautiful. All right. Oh, and I love Woody. All right, we're definitely gonna save that. Yeah, save it. Woody's just racing in. He wants to be part of the fun girly group too. All right. Mirabel, let's chat. The Festival of Friendship was so much fun. I love this village. Mi familia may not be here, and I miss them a lot. But being surrounded by so many friends, I really feel at home in the valley. And then there's you, Shannon. I have to thank you. You're always there for everyone. That's a real gift. You're the heart of this valley, and that's why I want you to have the Madrigal table. Wherever you put it, I can't wait to see how many fun moments we have around it. Oh, and I also made this for you. Now remember, you can always count on me for anything. Adios. Nice. All right, yay. So no more wait periods. That's good to know. I'm gonna set the table back up where it was because I did kind of like it there. So let's see. Would this be at the top of the new item section or at the bottom? Do. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. If only I could see. All right, there we go. Cool. All right. So we have it set up again. I kind of liked the way that these were set at like a diagonal angle with the original version, but that is fine. We have that set up now. All right. So that was the main thing we wanted to do today. I'm gonna go ahead and go around and do like my daily stuff. Just so it's not like the world's shortest stream ever. 15-minute stream would have been very, very short. I was not sure if they were going to have us do another long, like, day-long or whatever waiting period. I'm very nervous about this afternoon. The chaos that we had with getting triplets as our first set of babies for the 100 baby challenge. I've never played with triplets before, and I have also never, like, it's my first time playing with infants, and the triplets are infants now, and I'm just, like, so confused. I think maybe during the lunch break, I did not want to go in there. I'm potentially going to go into, like, one of my personal save files, not the ones I use for stream, and just, like, test out with infants, or maybe make, like, a new save file family just so I can get some practice, because I was, like, really not doing great. I mean, it was funny, and I was definitely entertained by the chaos, but, like, it's a lot to handle triplets, and especially with all the new stuff that'll be added, not only with, like, the new infant edition, but also with Growing Together, which I will be getting when it is, like, fully released this afternoon. Yeah, I'm just, like, really... I watched a bunch of reviews for people who had the early access to it, and overall they all seem to be pretty positive, and, like, it's very catered to the kind of gameplay that I really like in The Sims. So I think it will definitely be an expansion pack that... Where did these go? I thought for sure I had carrots planted in this whole field. I must not have, because they despawn over time if you don't. So that means I'm going to have to put quite a bit of work into reestablishing that field, so I'll do that a little bit later. But yeah, so I'm, like, really excited, but also having triplet infants was hard enough, even with it just being, like, the bare bones base game version of infants and not including all the milestones and stuff that you have to teach them. I don't know if when I install Growing Together, if it will, like, leave my current infants in their current state, or if it will, like, set the clock back kind of thing, and they'll have to, like, learn how to sit up and do all of that stuff. I don't know if it'll leave them as is and just introduce those new factors for future infants. I kind of hope they leave it as is, just because I'm having enough of a learning curve trying to figure out what exactly to do with infants and, like, how to fit them in the I think I need to expand the current nursery, because I think the part of the problem was that I had it the cribs kind of, like, touching each other, and I think it's possible that that was part of why I was having so many issues with getting the infants in and out of the cribs. Or maybe it's just kind of glitchy and my game is fussy. I don't know. But we will see if making the space a little bit bigger makes that better. It's so weird not having any, like, quest up in the top left corner. It looks so naked up there. So yeah, and our matriarch is pregnant again too. So Who knows? Maybe we'll get double triplets and I will, like, just absolutely lose every last shred of my sanity. If she gets double triplets, I will genuinely be shocked. What is... Oh, theatrical supplies. Okay. And I can open that. Cool. Alright. We're gonna real quick do some inventory management. But yeah, I'm just like, please send help. And if anyone has any advice to share about how they have found, like, ways to manage infants, that'd be great. I could definitely use it. Okay. But yeah, we're doing a nice, chill morning stream before all hell breaks loose with our, with the 100 baby challenge this afternoon. Alright, let's see. Oh, wow. That is quite a bit of stuff. Okay, go ahead and put that back. Oh, I forget if I started this thought or not, but I went to trivia with some friends last night, and we did pretty okay. There were only like 4 of us, so it was a bit smaller of a group than a lot of the other groups that were there, and we ended up coming in 3rd place at the halfway point, which I was very proud of, and we took a screenshot because we were like, this is not gonna last. And then we ended up coming in like 8th overall, out of like probably more than 20 teams. So, you know, considering that most of the teams were way bigger than we were, I was pretty happy with that. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really like trivia. Actually, I think it could be really fun to do like I know that Jackbox has a couple of trivia style games. So I think that could be a lot of fun for us to do together on stream, but as like a game night for everyone. But I also think that it would be kind of cool to like make our own trivia thing too. I think, does this, no, this goes in this? Yeah. Okay. Like maybe one that's a bit more specific to like video games, possibly like to video games that I've played on stream or that you guys recommend. So yeah, so I think that could be kind of fun to do together. Oh God, I missed putting that away. Let's go here. And then do I have, no, I'll need to upgrade that chest size later. All right, so we can either hold on to the berries remaining, or we can eat them, or we can sell them. So we're definitely not desperate for money right now, so I think we'll potentially hold on to them for now unless our inventory is getting overly stuffed. All right, we're going back to get the stuff that we couldn't pick up earlier. There we go. So I don't know if I've ever described, like what I usually do. Oh, that's cute. I didn't realize it was like floating over the ground. What I usually do for like my daily stuff in this, I usually try to clear. I used to try to clear like everything and go through and like pick up all the flowers and all the sticks on the ground, but now I mostly focus on like clearing the harvestables and if any of the rocks along the way have obvious gems in them, then I go ahead and collect that. I also used to do like literally everything. I would go and do the daily interactions with all of the whatchamahoozles. Oh shush, I don't know who you are. I'm getting a phone call. I used to do all the daily interactions with the little critters that are running around, but I think at this point... Oh, no, I haven't. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought that I had, like, pretty much maxed out all of them, but I haven't, so maybe I'll do an interaction with the Raven, since that's here today. But that's the only one that I don't have that's here today. Alright, so we'll do a Raven interaction, and I think the food that they like is 5-star meals. I think it can be literally any 5-star meal. And occasionally I'll go through and, like, usually when I'm playing off stream, if I'm really, like, in the mood and wanting to spend a lot more time on this, I'll go through and, like, clear out the entire area of everything. So, like, the little rock formations, all the flowers, all the sticks, all of that stuff. And honestly, I haven't been checking in on this every day lately, especially with the Mirabel quest wait period. I wanted to wait to go into the game until I was going to be streaming, just because I wasn't sure if it was going to, like, immediately trigger the next part of the quest, and I didn't want that to be missed. Or like accidentally to not show that piece on stream. So I was like avoiding it for the past week since we last played. So I don't necessarily do my dailies every day, but when I do go in, like, these are the kinds of things I try to do. So... And then, obviously, I go through... Well, I don't know if this is obvious. It's obvious to me because I'm very much a completionist. I go through the shop. Oh, hi, kitty. I go through the shop and collect up all of the different clothing and furniture items. Hi, buddy. How you doing? So yeah, this morning's stream is going to be very chill, very relaxed, as a way to kind of clear the palette, clean the slate before the imminent chaos. Oh wait, shoot. I want... Mickey, you're one of our gardener friends. Come help us. Let's hang out. Hot dog. Hello, Clover. How you doing, bub? you gonna get comfortable? I love you. You're a good boy. Oh, that is all we have. We need to go buy some more. I feel like every time Clover comes over, I get just like a little bit of his fur tickling my nose. Hi, buddy. Oh, I'm debating if I should order lunch today. I kind of want to get myself a little bit of a treat. Just a little treat. But I think I may just do something we already have at home. Oh, yeah, because we're going out with one of Dan's coworkers and his partner later tonight, so I should probably do an at-home thing today. What you think, bub? Oh, there's this this bakery near us that makes these really good BLAT, the Blats. So bacon, lettuce, avocado, and tomato. And they have like a chipotle mayo on it or something that like adds a little bit of a kick and is spicy, and it's so good. And I'm really craving it right now. Oh, that's good. We'll go collect everything that has exploded out. Hello, sir. He's got his two little paws crisscross applesauce on my arm. Yes. Do you want more attention? Hello. Is the next update for Disney Dreamlight Valley, is it the, like, Simba or Lion King update? I think so. I'm excited for that. I have enjoyed having Scar here, so I think it'd be nice to have some more characters too. I don't know if they're doing, like, Timon and Pumbaa, or if they're just doing Simba, but either way, I'm excited for it. I think it'll be fun, and I could definitely use more quests to do. We've already finished this most recent Star Path as well, so I think each of the new, like, scheduled updates on the roadmap come along with a new Star Path thing as well. So I overall enjoyed the Star Paths a lot, actually. It's like a little bit grindy and a little bit difficult, but not too hard to finish it within the time, especially if you spend as much time playing video games as I do. So it's definitely a nice addition to the game. I am a little bit worried that as it like releases to free to play, that they may kind of break it a little bit and make it overly microtransaction-y. Like, the addition of the shop in this made me really nervous. Just because I'm like, oh god, they're gonna start like blocking more of the stuff behind essentially a paywall. Like, you can nope, wrong menu. Like, you can buy stuff with these moonstones in the shop and can get, like, exclusive items. And I've been trying to, like, limit myself to just stuff I'm really excited about. But the problem with this is that you can only earn, like, 10 moonstones in-game in a day. And, like, when they have these Star Path events, they do also have, like, moonstones you can win as part of that. But I need to double check, actually, like, how many moonstones you spend unlocking the extra, like, rewards and extra Star Path. Because I do think they've, like, increased the rewards, like, the rewarded moonstones, which I appreciate. So that's nice, at least. But they've also added the option to purchase moonstones, which makes me a little bit worried that they're going to be gradually, like, pushing us more toward using real life money and having those, like, microtransactions as kind of a more, like, heavily centered part of the game. I'm pretty sure that they said that, like, it was never going to be something that, like, in order to get new DLC content, or, yeah, like, the additional characters and stuff, that those were never going to be blocked behind an extra paywall, and that it was just going to be, like, cosmetic stuff, which I think is at least better, but it still makes me nervous that they're kind of seeming to be more aggressive in their push in that direction. And we're still not even in free-to-play yet. Like, we're still in early access where you have to pay to get access to the game. So that also worried me a little bit, that, like, if that edition of the store had come out at the same time that they shifted to free-to-play, I think, to me, that would maybe make a little more sense. But the fact that they've done it at this point now, and maybe they're just trying to, like, basically play test it before like the game gets fully released as free to play. Maybe they're just trying to test it and see if there are issues with that system. That might be what they're doing, but either way, it does kind of make me a little bit nervous. Okay. Yeah, let's sell this. I do appreciate that they added bigger storage options, though, because I really like hoarding things in games, and this makes it much easier for me to do that without driving myself crazy. So, I love that for me. Oh, you know what also sounds really good? Bubble tea. I really like some combination of, like, passion fruit, peach, and mango. Like, my go-to order at just about any bubble tea store, if they have it as an option, is getting, like, a passion fruit tea of some variety with the mango popping bubbles. Those are so good. I've got food on my mind, clearly. Maybe I'll treat myself tomorrow as kind of like a congratulations for getting through the week kind of thing. We're also getting closer to the move, so I'm gonna have a lot of like packing and going through stuff to do. We've already been kind of starting to do some of that, like going through. In particular for me, I have a really hard time dealing with like paper stuff. So I've been going through and trying to like gradually triage my like paper stuff. So like mail and that kind of thing. So I've been trying to do that slowly because I know it gets really overwhelming for me because like some of the paper is like a task that I have to do. Some of it's stuff I have to throw away, but all of it is stuff that I have to make a decision on, and like they're so thin that a stack that looks in theory relatively small can hold like dozens of if not honestly at the point that I'm at right now, if not like hundreds of decisions that need to be made and like dozens of tasks that need to be done. So I do try to like get the actually urgent ones out of the way first, but I don't always succeed at doing that. So thank you, ADHD, for for making it really hard for me to like prioritize stuff, and I get overwhelmed by it so quickly. But I have been working really hard at trying to go through my piles, and I've found that it's really helpful for me to like separate the decision making and the doing parts into like two separate tasks basically. So like I'll sit down and have kind of like designated piles that I'm trying to sort stuff into that tell me what I eventually need to do with them. So like I have a bunch of them that need to go into like my health binder that I have that has like my medical information and like follow-up stuff from doctor's appointments. And then I have so like I'll put a sticky note down that says like to store and then an arrow and then health binder, and that kind of helps to like make the decision making a separate task from actually having to do it, because otherwise I often end up finding that like it kind of helps me bulk similar tasks together, you know, where it's like, oh, like I can take this whole stack of paper that I have decided is all going into my health binder and like do all of that all at once. And then all of a sudden I have one less stack, and that feels a lot more meaningful than like how I used to try to handle it, which was just like as I found each thing and knew what I needed to do with it, I would just immediately go and do it. So I'd like make the decision, then do the task, then shift to a new piece of paper, make the decision, do the task. And it was just like really, it meant that I could only really get through like five pieces of paper at a time basically, and it made the process really, really slow versus like now I can go through like 20 or something in one go. So it's really helped a lot for me with like going through that stuff, is kind of separating it into like, okay, let's do the brain part where I have to decide, and then we'll just like tell brain me what to do action wise. That's actually helped me a lot with other stuff too. Like I've been trying to, okay, detour. uh, one of the things, my husband also has ADHD, but he was diagnosed like way before I was. And like he was diagnosed as a toddler, I think, whereas I wasn't diagnosed until last year. So like very different experiences, very different families, and family dynamics and a lot of that stuff. And so Dan, his kind of, he is really good at actually taking action on stuff, in general. And I really struggle with that a lot of the time. And sometimes in the past, Dan has just been like, I just don't get why you can't just do it. Like, I am able to like just make myself get up and just do the thing, and for some reason you're not, and I don't understand that. And like I think he and I have talked about that a lot since, and have like figured out some better ways to kind of discuss that. But I think I'm maybe kind of figuring out what he is kind of saying, because I've found that for me, the best way to kind of imitate that, it's not exactly a like just do it mentality, which was what I was struggling with. Was I was like, okay, well, like I feel paralyzed right now, like not literally, but like, mentally paralyzed or whatever. Like I don't understand how to just do it. Like I can't just do it. That's not feasible for me. And so what I've found is actually more helpful for me is kind of separating the like mental piece from the physical piece a little bit, and saying just like to my brain, this is also like kind of like taking a bigger task and like breaking it down into smaller pieces sort of too, and like so small that they're almost minuscule. Like if I'm really feeling, for example, stuck on the couch after watching some TV, and I feel like I physically cannot get up and go do stuff, even if it's stuff that I want to do, like just get up and go play video games. Like sometimes I'm still just like, oh, I literally cannot, like I feel like I cannot get up right now. And I've found that it's really helpful for me to like, I'm a very like cerebral intellectual person, and so I often try to like think my way out of it. And I have found that especially in those types of situations where I'm like feeling paralyzed or stuck on the couch, like that does not work very well for me, because then I just end up being kind of more stuck in my head and almost like yelling at myself to just like get up. Like just get up. You want to do the thing that you're going to be doing next and you can't get up. Like, why? Stop being such a dummy. And I've found that like a better way for me to handle it is to try to like take my brain out of the picture a little bit and just be like, okay, can we like, what's the smallest like thing that feels feasible? Like, or what's the largest thing, I guess, that feels feasible? Like right now, okay, we don't feel like we can go through all the steps of like getting up and walking over to the computer or whatever. So can we like literally, like, are we able to sit up? Can we do that? Or like, if that doesn't feel feasible, can I like lift up one of my legs and just like get part of my body moving? Or like, can I like, I think I get so stuck in kind of the mentality of like wanting to optimize things and wanting to do like things the right way sort of thing, and like again getting really stuck in my head about it. And I've found that like, if I'm getting stuck and having trouble doing laundry, for example, I just focus on literally like what is the next physical step that I have to do, and then I just try to like do it. And sometimes that doesn't work, and sometimes I have to be like, okay, I am now lifting up my laundry basket. I am now taking one step and taking another step and taking another step and taking another step, and opening the basement door. And like sometimes it feels very just like, but I just try to focus on like, okay, does it feel possible for me to do the next step? And sometimes that means literally being like, can I lift one finger? Can I lift a second finger? Can I lift a third finger? Can I lift my hand? Like sometimes it has to get very granular. And it doesn't always work, but where was that? I think he was over by this apple tree, maybe? We're looking for a black raven, I think. There it is. And I've honestly found that that really helps me. For the most part. Again, some days it doesn't work, and that's okay. Like, not everything is gonna work all the time, but it's something that I have, like, added to my toolbox of things that can potentially help me get unstuck. And again, especially when it's, like, I find that it's especially useful when it's stuff that, like, I know I need. Like, I've been trying to be a bit more gentle with myself about, like, okay, like, if I have experienced times where it's very easy for me to, like, do creative work and to do that. And I know that, like, if I am in the right space, that will, to some extent, like, come naturally. And that trying to, like, aggressively push myself into it does not work. And so I think it's like sometimes I need to say, like, okay, is this a moment where, like, my body is trying to tell me something that I really need to listen to and say, like, okay, like, I'm not feeling well, like, I'm feeling sick, it's okay to rest today, kind of thing. I've been really trying to learn to, like, tap into that, but I feel like this is a really good case for, like, and so sometimes, like, that's when I wouldn't necessarily use this, is, like, if my body is trying to tell me, like, that I really need rest, then I will rest, you know, and not try to, like, push myself too hard into, like, doing stuff if it's not an absolute, like, must happen today kind of thing. And I'm trying to find a good balance for this still, because I think I've maybe leaned a bit too far in the other direction. And since I'm, like, freelancing and like trying to do content creation stuff, like, it is very much dependent on me. And so, like, I do feel like I need to kind of regulate myself a little bit better in terms of that. But I think in times where it's like, you know, my body's telling me I'm hungry and I physically, like, am struggling to get up and go get food, that's a space where it's, like, really helpful to do that, is to say, like, okay, like, my stomach is grumbling at this point. I clearly, like, need food. My body needs food. So, like, how do I work with myself and make that happen? So yeah, that's just something that's been, like, helping me lately. Is I tend to get overwhelmed with, like, having too many things that I'm trying to, like, okay, for example, I used to shower every single day pre-COVID. And it was just, like, a normal part of my routine. And then lately, I've been showering, like, less and less often, like, twice a week or something. And I've been finding it more and more of a struggle because the number of steps involved in showering and the number of, like, changes in environment just seems so much more overwhelming. And again, it's not, like, part of my daily routine anymore. I'm not, like, seeing a lot of people every single day the way that I used to when I was, like, working in an office pre-COVID. And so, like, I think there was now that it's not a routine, the number of steps involved often feels like really draining and overwhelming, and like makes it harder for me to actually do it. And so I think it is really helpful for me in those moments to just be like, okay, what's the very next step that I have to do? And try not to focus on like all of the steps that are coming up, you know? So yeah, so that's kind of something that's been helping me a bit. And I think just focusing on kind of being like, okay, can I basically have my body move automatically? And just tell it like, all right, move. And then just let it do its thing and not get in my head about it, I think has been helpful for me. So maybe it would be helpful for you as well. All right, we're gonna dig back in our little garden plots. This is gonna take a little bit. I think we had 8 rows or 8 columns of about this size. So we're just gonna dig that back in. Honestly, I might just make this 4 across. Because we like made the 8 across one when we needed a lot more money. And at this point, like we're very financially stable in this game. So I think we'll actually just stick with the smaller plot. Then let's buy some extra carrots. Okay, go ahead and plant all of these. Mickey's face looks so creepy right now. I don't know what it is. You spooking me out, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, no. He's coming closer. I wish that we got like a look inside his head on that one. Like sometimes when we exit buildings at the same time as another character, you like see their eyeballs from the inside kind of thing, and it's very eerie. I want to do that with Mickey. With this, but I don't think it's gonna let us. All right, cool. So we have got our daily stuff done. Awesome. All right, so with that, we will close out the morning stream. Again, super short, like 1 hour, but we'll be coming back online later today to hopefully, or if not later today, if there's some issue with the like growing together release or something, I will be on tomorrow, and we'll be continuing the 100 baby challenge. So I will hopefully see you this afternoon, and come back for the chaos, and I'll see you then. Bye, friends.